Hi there, it's me, Gamer here. I'm recapping My Hero Academia Season 7, Episode 16, total episode 154. Please subscribe, watch fully, and send donations. Thanks. Let's get started. As the rest of the doubles in Himoko's Sad Man's Death Parade begin to spill out of Kuguri's warp gate onto the Gunga Mountain Villa ruins, gravity pops out of the portal with Froppy hanging on to her. Thanks to the ladder, pushing her friend through with her tongue. Himoko's then partially transformed her face out of her twice transformation and looks up to Gravitor in disgust, saying that there's no one to have a talk about romance with her anymore. The doubles waste no time in attacking the other heroes as they struggle to contain the horde and massive amount of blue flames being spewed by Dabi. On Uravity floats herself and Froppy above the ruined battlefield to survey the area. Soon joined by Earphone Jack and Susakuyomi. Both girls show concern when they see that Earphone Jack has lost an ear. The girl was lucky that was all she lost. On the other hand, Tsutsumi states that the strategy to divide the villains has failed, and there's little they can do now. On the ground, Endeavor, who is trying to fight off several doubles, is soon greeted by a flying Dabi. Noticing his oldest son copying his youngest philosopher the Endeavor asks what happened to Shoto. Dabi says he couldn't bring his ravaged little brother as a gift to their dad, thanks to the strength and tenacity, but he'll settle for destroying everything else their father holds dear. All for one, satisfied with how things are unfolding, then flies up to meet Tomoru, but is quickly stopped by Hawks, who has deduced that he is not in complete control of the situation as he wants them to believe. He then yells for Endeavor to stop Dabi. Now that Operation Troy has been completely compromised due to the ensemble battlefield and the threat of all the villains heading straight for Deku and Tomoru. If the heroes are defeated here, Dabi flies down to engage with Endeavor as the main band prepares to face his son once more. At the coffin in the sky, some of the twice doubles made by Himiko are set there and swamp the platform where Phantom Thief, Eraserhead, and Mamoru are stationed. Despite their best efforts to fight them off, all three are outnumbered. Phantom Thief is then separated from Eraserhead and pinned to the ground, cause him to inextricably shut his eyes and disable Eraser on the transforming Tomura. As a result, the ball of flesh existing Tomoru's chest sheds open and reveals a screaming face, followed by a massive explosion blowing the electromagnetic barrier and sending the underground support team into a panic. This also shuts down the coffin's inevitable system, and with the Skull's control command now fully hacked by Skeptic, UA begins to plummet down towards the ocean. Deku looks at the now recovered Tomoru, who has been molted out of his old body into a fresh one, and now has Kurigari at his side. The villain, now bearing Tomoru's unfulfilled persona, tells the boy that it's pointless to try and save the spirit of himself from this body and to get it over with, because he's Deku's villain. The hero debates himself whether he should help stop the school from falling or keep Tomoru and Kugurari from escaping. Deku is also unable to move at the moment, since the cooldown from using gear shift hasn't timed out yet, and he needs to catch his breath. The second user's Vertige tells Deku that Tomoru's molting might buy him some time to regain his energy, since the villain can't move due to the incomplete fused consciousness still finding itself, as Skeptic begins targeting the evacuation system. One of his monitors starts displaying live webcam footage of Brava, who was recruited by the police force and traced him to the source of the hackings from the control room where Nomosa and All Might are overseeing the battles. She then begins spamming Skeptic's database with looping, overlaid gifs of an optic kitty doing the pump, similar to the prank she pulled on Feel Good Inc.'s inofficially coded servers back when the man worked there. Someone then disconnects and grabs the system unit and controls the school. And is making its evacuation system and before making it a run for it. Despite crippling Skeptic's control of the school, while Brava struggles to get its levitation system up with their remaining parts. It has to try and write a new program since Skeptic writing the old one beyond repair. Wrecked the old one beyond repair. While one of the Nomesa's men expresses regret on the idea to entrust Billings as their last line of defense. The detective sees something human in despite the crimes she committed, much like he did with Yuga. He says Billings are still people at the end of the day, and they deserve the same right to have their hearts looked at for their origins. On the ground, Skeptic and his puppet are blocked by the group of heroes, including Miss Joe, Grand, and Hog Dog. The latter tasks of the muzzles of his muzzle, and says that he would have never believed that there would be a day they would entrust the two people he apprehended during the school festival with their futures. This above the ocean, and angled below the pummeling skull, Gentle is shown perfectly bouncing on his gently trampoline with a presumably implied power boost from Brava. Lover mode. After some quirk, counterment from Brava and Nomosa, Gentle readies himself to pay back Deku for helping him back during their fight, and pay forward the gravity given to him. The gratitude given to him by the police force. After they saw the aftermath of his apprehending all the potential jailbreakers from his prison, and gave him the chance to see Brava again. With a mighty bounce, Gentle propels himself upward and underneath the falling campus, and uses gently super lever to catch and slow it down with a giant elastic barrier. As Gentle stays strong, he wonders if Deku is still fighting for the sake of seeing someone smile like he said back then. Mentally, trampoline replies to the heroes that the school was caught by some kind of air trampoline, which grabs Deku's attention as he immediately realizes who's responsible. The two shed several tears. Gentle for finally being able to see the use in people like he's always wanted, and Deku out of gratefulness for the man's return and aid. With a mighty bounce, Gentle propels himself upward and underneath the falling campus. He uses gently super lever to catch and slow it down with a giant elastic barrier. He was still fighting the sake for might have actually rewrote that, okay. Relays to heroes that the school was caught. Wait, I may have did something. He's always wanted. I got that part. Oh, I actually wrote that part twice. Okay. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Help reach 1,000 plus of subscribers. Watching the videos like this fully helps increase the watch hours, support us plus, and help further by supporting the Patreon page at Animatar Space Tunes, starting at $2 a month, or by subscribing on the Twitch channel, Animatar Twitch, at $5.99 a month. Have a blessed day. See you next video visit. Bye for now. Bye.